Welcome, all ladies and gentlemen of the world. Wishing you healthy, wealthy, happy life forever. I'm Ritesh MVR, and today I'm going to. Actually, it's continuously I'm reading, so it's my third day, and work is continue. All the best for your day, every day, and your life forever. Let's start the today's game. Okay. Hashtag rules closing stock using callbacks. I'm sure you have heard the saying, leave them laughing. Your closing is usually for your unnecessary material and often your most stressful material. Yeah, I'm very happy by reading. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So if you do have stressful material, save it for last for your church comics. This doesn't apply. Okay. You want a surefire laugh at the end of your set, and one way to get that is using callbacks. What exactly is a callback? And before going ahead, I want to do something. I really love books, knowledge, because books, knowledge is the thing by which you can create a great, healthy, happy life, like a healthy body, healthy, wealthy life. You'll have good resources to keep alive yourself, food, home, clothes, okay, good people, and happiness. So I love books, and for that I want to sing a song for that. How will be that? Yes. You're the light, you're the night, you're the color of my blood, you're the cure, you're the pain, you're the only thing I wanna touch. I never knew that it could mean so much, yeah. So love me like you do, love me like you do, touch me like you do, touch me like you do. What are you waiting for? So I love books. If you will smell, it smells so good. Oh, I love books. I love reading. I love learning. It's a very great feeling in the world than anything, or above everything. Greatest feeling, bestest feeling. Okay, you can say sexiest feeling, loving feeling, best loving feeling, and above every addiction, this should be the bestest addiction, because this can create a healthy, wealthy, happy life, a great life, a best life for everyone. So all the best to all of you. Okay. I hope, and yeah, you guys also will change your life. I know you guys will change also. That's 100% believe of me. So all the best to all of you. God bless to all of you. Let's start again. What exactly is a callback? A joke referring to a topic, a punchline, or a phrase from a joke you told earlier in the act is a callback. The second joke uses the same word or phrase from the first joke, but in a different context of profit for getting a huge laugh at the end of that set where the audience is yelling for more. When you leave the stage to use callback as your close. Callbacks have helped me get a laugh when a joke bombs by referring to a joke I did earlier in the set. So earlier in the set I did this joke. It's weird how nobody in Los Angeles laughs. Okay? Nobody in Los Angeles laughs because they can't too much Botox. I'm doing a joke and the audience is going. Act out of someone with a frozen face. You are so funny. Look at me. I'm laughing so hard. Okay. Then later in the show, when a joke didn't work, I said, I see you have all had Botox. It's now the callback that gets the laugh and saves me. A callback makes the audience feel they are sharing an inside joke with you. For example, in riffing with the audience, you might find out a woman in the front row just got a divorce. And her name is Debbie. Later in your act, when you are doing material about women whose men run off on them and they end up drunk and alone, you relate, right? Debbie, big laugh. You are all in on the same joke. So dropping a callback in the end of your set is a very satisfying way to get a laugh and wrap it all up. Let's see if you have some callbacks hiding in your jokes in progress by topic folder. Use for your closer. Exercise 27. Adding callbacks to close strong comedy Bible. Go to comedy Bible. Then exercise 27. Adding callbacks. Okay. Comedy buddy exercise. Take a look at the material in your comedy Bible workbook. Which jokes would you like to open with, or definitely include in the first few minutes of your set? What word, phrase, or theme do you see that would be fun to repeat later or at the end of your set? Run through some callback ideas with your comedy buddy. Example, you are doing material early in your act about how weird your brother is for cuddling with his cat when he sleeps. Then you end your set with, thank you, I have got to go. I promise my cat my cat I would be home early to cuddle. Some of the best callbacks are those you think of in the moment when performing. Stay open to all possibilities. Meanwhile, it's time to write the set list for your gig. You know the gig that's on your calendar, right? Overcome stage fright by creating a set list. One of the biggest fears for beginning comics is forgetting their act. Let's eliminate that wisely by focusing on how to write a set list. A set list is not a script, it's a cheat sheet. You are going to write a list of words or short phrases to jog your memory on what joke comes next. This allows you to be fully present and remove the worry associated with forgetting your act. Here is my set list for a 60-minute act. I write with a Sharpie pen so I can see it and put it on a high stool next to a glass of water. That way I can glance at it and know where I'm going if I'm lost while I take a sip of water. Okay. Irrelevant look. Responsibility, expertness, drama, workshop, quiz, some, not corporate, hecklers, appreciate, okay, app, makes joke, admin, look, plates, audible, oh man, cam, stop stress news, dapone, Ackroyd was thus Jewish power over Daphne gave a year. Okay. Marine losses, time, choices, music choice, impetus, who, how, okay, aunt, and call boss, air dot, that stuff, childhood, Dr. Phil, trip, boss into odd, HUD, ripple effect. Before writing a set list, here are some pointers to a set list. Here are some pointers to help with determining the best order for your material. When you are a newcomer, it helps to think of the audience as a first break. You want to start off with stuff you have in common, such as living in the same city, sharing a similar heritage or common interests. As the audience gets more comfortable with you, it's easier to reveal more personal or edgy information. But just like a first date, it might be off-putting if the first thing the audience learns pertains to your menstrual cycle or your latest Harper's episode. Remember, very often the audience is eating nachos, so make them laugh, not yours. Arrange your material the way your body is arranged. Start with your head. Do smart stuff about community, family, ethics, heritage, simple other about life. Okay, about life. Then work your way down to your heart, emotional material about love, heartaches, and marriage, and end at the going visual material. Yeah, the problem with starting with visual material is it gives you no place to go. So just like a good date. Okay, okay. Let the audience get to know you before metaphorically undressing in front of her. Okay. I realized. Or you could simply choose to keep all of your material above the waist. You could simply. That is good before this. Have fun jam session with your comedy buddy in this next exercise. Exercise 28. Get on your feet. See list fun. Comedy Babble. Okay, go to Comedy Babble workbook. Then exercises. Then exercise 28. Set list fun. Okay. Comedy buddy exercise. Let's practice being loose with an exercise many comedy clubs do as a show called setlist comedy without a net. When pro comics hit the stage, they are given a setlist and must improvise material on the spot using the topics given to them. Let's try it. We'll start by listing the topics. With your comedy buddy. Get on your feet and use the joke structure outlined in your comedy Bible under my act. Go to under my then joke structure. Below is a simple set list. Attack these topics with attitude, then drive them to a premise, opinion, or insight, and get to an act out or a turn. Talk about these topics are hard, weird, scary, or stupid. It's a hard, scary of mine. It's not weird, it's interesting. That's good. Okay. Shopping when you are broke. Picking a tattoo. Women's tennis. Celebrity weddings. Dating when you are older. College cafeteria food. Living in dorm. Eating vegan with friends who are eaters. Okay. Being sober when your friends are donut holes, holidays with your family, dogs sleeping in your bed, life coaches when you are being used. You might find that you are creating some killer bits in the moment. For that reason, record your sessions and as always, capture your favorite responses and put them in your Comedy Babble workbook. Yes. Okay. Exercise 29. Organizing your set list. Comedy Babble workbook. Okay, go to Comedy Babble workbook. Then my act. Then set lists, comedy buddy exercise. Now let's organize the polished jokes into a set. One, create code words. Go through all your polished joke documents and for each joke write in all caps and on all caps a code word or short phrase at the beginning of the joke. For instance, the routine about going with your grandmother to buy cannabis can be shortened to GMA GMA POT. What? G Mapot. To organize your set list or lists. Remember, think of the audience as a first date. Start off with stuff you have in common. Okay. You have in common, such as working in an office, driving, or shopping online. When the audience gets more comfortable with your material, you can introduce more personal or educational. Okay. Sequence. 3. Edit your set list. Edit according to how much time you will be on stage, as well as the venue. Comedy Bible, no, go to Comedy Bible workbook, then my act, then set list, then my 3-minute clean act. So you might end up with nerd, growing up, Mormon, new puppy, broke, getting dumb. Comedy Bible workbook. Yes. Comedy Bible workbook. Go to Comedy Bible workbook, then my act, then set list, then around 10 minutes. A typical set list might look like this. I'm tall. Stupid things people say. Being broke. Politics. Can't get laid. Food in bed. Yes, toys. If you take your set list on stage, put it on a stool next to you, and only look at it after you get a laugh, and then after you do the tag when looking down at the set list during the laugh. You'll cut it short. It's critical to be in the moment with the audience when they are laughing. Some comics put a drink next to their set list as an excuse to look down, to bring or not to bring your set list on stage. Many famous comics bring their set list on stage in order to hone jokes they have either written that day or are workshopping, but you'll hardly ever see a comic refer to a set list for a paying gig. A visible set list undercuts the illusion the comic is being funny in the moment. A piece of paper communicates to the audience that what they are watching is pre-planned. So take a leap of faith and leave your set list in the car. After all, if you forget the scripted jokes, maybe the jokes you think of on the spot will be funny. Oh, maybe the joke you think of on the spot will be funnier. Okay, on the spot. 4. Know with certainty what your last bit is and its length. You might be in the middle of your set when the light indicating 1 minute remaining goes on. So if your last bit is 30 seconds, you will want to perfect transitioning to it from anywhere in your set. Okay, practice going from the middle of your act to the last bit. This technique will prove to be indispensable throughout your career for finishing on time. Okay, for finishing on time. Practice your act using a set list until you feel you know it. Consider not bringing your set list on stage. Lists work on how to memorize your act, as forgetting material is one of the comics' biggest fears. Comics' biggest fears. You guys are more capable. Enough capable. Alright, how to memorize your act and not sound like you have memorized your act. Oh wow. How to memorize your act and not sound like you have memorized your act. Okay. But you are generating on the time. Okay. Live. I am totally freaked. Excuse me. I am totally freaked out. That I am going to forget all my jokes. Memorizing a stand-up routine is very different from memorizing a speech. You don't want to sound like a robo comic on stage. That said, some jokes depend on very specific, verbiage, whereas act outs can generally be loose and spontaneous. Here are some suggestions. Exercise 30. How to memorize your act. Take your chunks out for a walk. Take your material out for a walk. You walk one chunk at a time. Doing a repetitive exercise such as walking uneven, throwing a ball against a wall is effective for connecting your material to muscle memory. So first read through a chunk of your material. If you are writing a 3-minute set, this could be a 1-minute chunk. Leaving your material behind, take your phone to record yourself as you go for a walk and talk. As you walk, say your material out loud with attitude as you visualize an audience in front of you. After each joke, look up and nod to your imaginary audience, creating a tag that gives them a chance to laugh. You won't look weird to people passing by as they will assume you are on your phone having a having a fight with someone. If you forget material, just improvise. If you come up with more material, record it. Now go home and match up what you did with what you wrote. Chances are the way you spoke the material while walking is the way it needs to be done. If you forgot material, perhaps there is a good reason for leaving it out. That material might be awkward or inauthentic. Go out for another walk, and if you forget that bit again, trust your instincts and cut it. After finishing the first chunk, go on to the next one. Bonus: by the end of this exercise, not only have you memorized your act, but you got some cardio in. Warning: do not practice your jokes on friends. One former student had a great act, then he tried his material out of friends. They didn't like it and gave him suggestions. Later class shook him about balls, and totally bombed. Stand-up is not the same thing as telling jokes at a party. Practice with and trust your comedy buddy. Memorize by peers. A super effective mnemonic mnemonic device is delivering various parts of your speech in different physical places. For instance, you can do the chunk about your parents at the mic, then take the mic out, move to stage left, and do the chunk about your last breakup. Associating a chunk with a specific location helps you remember material. John Kind, a professional speaker and humorist, suggested finding a balance between memorizing your act and being impromptu. Certain parts of the act should be precisely memorized. Try to deliver these parts exactly the same way each time, but don't freeze. If you deviate a bit, you don't want to be a prisoner of a script. Wow. But there are a few specific elements you absolutely must memorize. The first sentence of each chunk of your act, even if you blank for a second. The segue to another chunk will come to you. The last joke. You don't even want to stumble over your closing. The benefits of memorizing. Judy, I don't want to memorize an act as the best stand-up comics appear as if they are being funny off the top of their heads. Long ago, I did an HBO comedy special with several newcomers, including Robin Williams. During the rehearsal, Williams was very clear on what he was doing and where he was doing it. As he said to the director, then I'll walk into the audience and do my Shakespeare routine here. Certainly, Williams improvised a lot of material on the spot, but his brilliance was making his planned material look spontaneous. It's impossible to become a professional until a memorized, rehearsed act sounds spontaneous and natural, leaving room to react in the moment to your audience. Leaving room. Okay, memorizing your act allows your personality to shine through and provides the confidence to be spontaneous. Certain parts of your act need to be really tight and scripted, like each of your setups, but leave room to improvise. And even surprise yourself during act outs. You'll even want to leave spots open where you might banter with the audience. It will never be perfect, but perfect is overrated. Perfect is boring. Say yes, and you'll figure it out later. Enough. Okay. Do not practice your act in front of a mirror. News flash. In the club, there will be no mirror. The only thing practicing your act in front of a mirror will do is make you more self-conscious. Okay. It's best to practice while visualizing an audience rather than looking at yourself. I also suggest not videotaping yourself without an audience. If you really want to have the experience of being on stage, turn off all the lights and set up a flashlight to shine in your eyes. That's what like being on stage, and you will also be prepared the next time. The next time you are pulled over for a DUI, it would be far less stress if I could just read my material in order to make people laugh. Yeah, you can use that. Then slightly and like this, and then at the end. Great. Okay, at the end, once a week or once a month. Okay, or mass ambition is good. Smartness, if you don't have J, then these at last. Okay, prepare for best. Prepare yourself. Learn and create a good life. Cultivate a nice flower garden for your future best wife, or for your future, and for your future best husband. Yeah, you have to connect with them. That will never happen with your head down reading from a piece of paper even. Memorizing your act verbatim. Well, learning and well mindset, well heart, well P parts for 20% enjoyment. May have gotten you an A in high school, but it's not the most important criteria of being a successful comic. It's not about the words, it's about the emotion behind that you are talking about, and letting your persona come through. Speaking about your persona, your comedy persona. What exactly is a comedy persona? Your comedy persona is being your most authentic self on stage. It's the way you tell your jokes. After all, everyone talks about basically the same topics: relationships, observations, their job, and so on. But nobody covers those topics the way you do. Nobody else has your particular point of view, your voice, or your mannerisms. All these elements from your comedy persona. We haven't discussed comedy persona until now, as it unusually takes years to form. Comedy persona develops organically, like when you are practicing in front of your comedy buddy. Think about some of your favorite comedians, and you will immediately recognize their personas. Sarah Silverman is cutting, and smart Chris Rock as cutting and smart. Chris Rock is high energy and tells the truth with no apology. Annie Shume is adorable and overaced. But that's not how they started on. The road to being fully authentic on stage is a long journey now. Your persona will be a combination of what you talk about and how you talk about it. What if I wanted to be a character on stage? Character on stage. When you say this, there is a authenticity in this. That's great. Come on, wake up. Okay. What if I want to be a character on stage? One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is going on stage as a character. Many comics done are faced out of fear of being vulnerable in front of an audience, or they fear being boring, so they develop a funny character. The problem is that effort goes against the core of what makes stand-up entertaining: the authenticity and relatability of the material your persona is or will be you. If nobody will say, if nobody will one, if nobody will show, nobody will show. Follow this. Create a great, it's creative. They're boasting. Literally show the bestest, happiest expressions, happiest, greatest feeling video, okay, performances. This will influence you by speaking, performing, and then influencing automatically. So it should be very powerful, very correct, and it is correct. Comedy persona is beyond the topic you talk about. For instance, throughout my career, I'm very happy by it. It's great. It's the greatest happiness in the world than anything. It's above all addiction. It's creating happy life, creating healthy, happy life, creating mastering 5 areas of life is greatest addiction, greatest, bestest happiness feeling above all things. Okay. Above all things. And great job also. Okay. Move. Often based on my current life stage, starting out in my 20s, much of my early material included jokes about the act outs of my Russian American Jewish grandmother, feminism, and dating. I didn't start out doing material. It's so busy. Let me tell you. Doing material about aging, but guess what? My audience has aged along with me, so it's become a big part of my current act. What's been consistent throughout my career, no matter what I joke about, in my personality and the way I perform, I would say my current comedy persona is being a reluctant rebel rouser. Some beginners try to identify their comedy persona before they have written any jokes. They want to be a Trevor Noah type or a Tina Fey type. What about being you type? Yes. After all, that type hasn't been done yet. Yes, you are right. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Hey. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Your topic, what you are passionate about, what really gets under your skin, what you can't stop thinking about, and what the way you talk about things. Yes, and the way you talk about things while being true to yourself. Define your persona. What do you want? What do you want to talk about? What do you have to say? What do you have to say? Let your comedy persona develop organically. Many well-known comics feel the audience's perception of them, create their persona. Be patient, see what develops. Whatever a comic talks about on stage is all they talk about off stage. Sarah Silverman. Use this time in your early career to explore topics that interest you and play around with various delivery styles. The audience will identify your persona when they connect to an authentic and hilarious vibe in your set. Don't put the persona before the material, and most importantly, don't worry about branding yourself into until you have a solid 30 minutes. And don't worry about branding yourself until you have a solid 30 minute set. Stay authentic to yourself. Why Jerry Seinfeld started out, he did any gig he could to try out material. One night Seinfeld was headlining, and the middle comic or middler was non-stop nasty. Every topic was something you would never discuss in front of your grandmother. Ambition or as is BS, and just to name a few. And the scary part was every topic was something you would never discuss in front of your grandmother. These topics, and just to name a few. And the scary part was the drunken audience loved drunken audience. Then Seinfeld walked on stage with his observations. Where does lint come from? At the first audience was dead, but Seinfeld didn't change what he did. He kept on with his clean material, and slowly but surely the audience started laughing. Yes, and laughing hard. Seinfeld always kept authentic to himself, no matter who he followed. Wow. Dressing for your persona. In the last exercise, you looked at some of your personality attributes. Now let's combine those with what you are going to look like on stage. Obviously, your wardrobe is the first thing people see and judge you on. When you come on stage, it tells the audience who you are before you say one word. In her first HBO special, which launched her to stardom, Rita Rudner came on stage in a super cute cocktail dress and full makeup, telegraphing, "I'm cute, smart, and I don't swear." That becomes her persona. John Mulaney is usually in a suit and tie, as if to say, I'm a pro and dressed like one. Then again, Michael Rappaport wears a hoodie, as if to say, I just got out of bed and I'm here riffing on stuff. Genuine Garofalo, Garofalo dresses down in something most women would wear to the gym. The grunge look compliments her I don't give a shit persona. Paula Poundstone wears a coat and tie, only revealing her from the neck up, conveying I'm doing smart heady comedy. I'm doing smart heady comedy. I love you, sir. My lovely teacher, Mr. Dale Carnegie, sir. Okay. Until deciding what to wear, until deciding what to wear, until deciding what to wear, follow these fashion don'ts. No clothing with writing on it, especially jokes. She forces that don't wear that, and he did a bit later. God bless you. Okay, no clothing with writing on it, especially jokes. If your clothes are funnier than you, that's a problem. Branded gear is also distracting you. Never know what experiences an audience member has had with Nike, so why risk it? You never know what experiences an audience member has had with Nike, so why risk it? Women keep away from SC outfits, sexy outfits. Turn the audience on with your mind. Turn the audience on with your mind. Men can generally get away with being both SC and funny. Don't wear anything that makes you uncomfortable if you are performing. If you are performing in a comedy club with hay and peanut shells on the floor, don't show up in the three-piece Versace suit. Lose the tie and vest. At least your formality should match. Your formality should match that of the club. No one likes a sleaze ball, so don't dress like one. Don't wear stained and wrinkled clothes and look clean, even if your act isn't. Look clean. Special note to female comics: comics sexism in comedy. I have a suspicion that the definition of crazy in show business is a woman who keeps talking even after no one wants to F her anymore. Tina Fey. Business has been chosen. Is a woman who keeps talking. Okay, we have come a long way from my first appearance on a TV comedy special when the MC means host introduced me with this not so appropriate by today's standards announcement. Here is something different, a girl comedian. and she has teased, no joke, and she has teased. No joke, 20 years ago, most comedy clubs just had lineups of mostly all male comics. Now, comedy clubs just have lineups of mostly all male comics. It gets bleaker for older female comics. After all, when was the last time you heard a good menopause joke on late night TV? Never. Stand-up comedy is not a man's job. It's an alpha job. It's an alpha job. to be the only person in a room with a microphone who's allowed to talk. Catherine Dial. It's the same struggle that has gone on for decades. How do we women assume a power position and be taken seriously for our ideas rather than our bodies? For the first 10 years of my career, I wrote pants. I remember the first time I got up the courage to wear a dress on stage at a comedy club. When I walked out, I got catcalls. But by this point in my career, I was confident enough to own. I squashed the heckler and established myself in the one in control. Women comics need to take the risk of not being desirable, of having a strong opinion, turning people off, being appreciated from their makeup. That's the freedom that white male comics have always enjoyed. This topic is much bigger than a notation at the end of a chapter, so I am currently writing an entire book on how female comedians can market themselves and make just as much money as men. Stay tuned. The next exercise gives you an idea of what your persona might become. Exercise 31. Exploring your comedy persona. Comedy Bible work. Go to Comedy Bible workbook, then exercises, then exercise 31. Exploring my comedy persona. Let's get in touch with what makes you unique and learn how to expand on your distinctive characteristics. Share this video with your kids also. Pick 2 or 3 of these. Describe him. Mom type: optimistic, sarcastic, angry, shy, political, dark, rebel, awkward, blunt, cheerleader, shy, nerd, loser, slacker, brown noser, vulnerable, solely obsessed, cutting edge, neurotic, geek, lazy, indecisive, prankster. I guess I just prepared to see the dark side of things. The glass is always half empty and cracked, and I could just cut my lip on and chipped a tooth. Genuine Garofalo. To use these 2 or 3 characteristics from above to write new material. Ask yourself what's been hard, weird, scary, stupid, about being about being insert your quality. Write some new material for these qualities in your exercise 31 exploring my comedy persona. Document. If nothing comes up, try a different attribute and or attitude. Transfer any strong material to your comedy Bible workbook. 3. Look in your closet and what outfit reflects your persona. Okay. Yeah. Purple car is watchable. Always. Okay, workbook 3. Look in your closet and outfit reflects your persona. Outfit reflects your persona. That's good. Okay. You now have an act with polished jokes. Let's talk about performing. Performing stand-up essential pro tips. Mic technique is this thing on. Stand-up should never be performed without a microphone. 7 in a room with 2 people. An important part of what makes stand-up work is you are louder than everyone else. You can have the funniest act in the world, but if people can't hear you, cue in the crickets. The first thing to do when you get on stage is adjust the mic stand. The first thing you do when you get on stage is adjust the mic stand. However, nothing says amateur like fumbling with the mic. So practice this. From Canada to Cambodia, every mic stand in the world works the same way. Repeat this now. Right it tighty, left it loosey. 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 Walk out, grab a stand, lose it by twisting left loosey. Okay. Then bring the mic slightly below your mouth and tighten the stand by twisting righty-tighty. Then tilt the mic slightly towards you, so it's toward you. So it's directly in front of your mouth. Should I take the mic out? Should I take the mic out or leave? Should I take the mic out or leave it in the stand? If you are a beginning comic, leave the mic in the stand. The advantages of this are: 1. It centers you and prevents spacing. 2. It frees up both hands for act outs. For more effective act outs, okay? Comfortable act outs. 3. It's one less thing for you to worry about. Watching amateur comics pace back and forth is like watching a tennis match. It's dizzying. Many comics do it because they think it looks like they have a lot of energy. In reality, pacing makes you diffident. Seem nervous and diffident. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with him, right? Right, even though that's not my philosophy, actually. Whatever, that's okay. Warning: try not to use a lavalier, which okay. Many comics do it because they think it looks like they have a lot of energy. In reality, pacing makes you seem nervous and difficult. Okay, sorry, diffident. Wow, and diffident. Warning: try not to use a lavalier, which is a mic that attaches to your clothing and placed near your mouth. Lavs work great for presentations and when doing a lot of physicality and act outs, but they can be disastrous for comics. Why? During some act outs, you will need to raise your voice or even shout to prevent blowing out people's eardrums. You must control amplification by moving away from the mic when yelling. You can't do that with a lav. You also need a handle. Okay. Even shout, voice, raise your voice, shout level is not okay. Stand mic is okay. You also need a handheld mic for audience participation. Means both. If the space is conducive to it, ask a question and then hold the mic out for an audience member to speak into, just to make sure the mic never leaves your hand. Finally, the mic stand can become a character or be used as a prop. Just don't use it as a metal detector or a piece or a penis, as this has been done to death. Using the mic, no mic, and stand at home. Using the mic, no mic, and stand at home. Get to the club early and practice. Rehearsing with the stand gives you confidence, and again, it's one less thing to worry about when you are in front of a live audience. Okay. I can do this in front of crowd audience. Paprika. Yeah. Innovative. Pro tip. Yeah, I'm coming. Pro tip. Pawn shop. PAWN. Pawn shops and thrift stores are full of mic stands previously belonging to hopeful musicians. How to use the mic? 1. First, decide which portions of your act you will do with the mic in the stand, and when or if you are going to pull it out. 2. Practice pulling the mic out of the stand. Hold the mic in one hand and put the stand behind you without taking your eyes off the audience. If your attention and focus go to the mic, you will lose their attention. 3. Determine at which points you are going to need both hands for an act out. Practice smoothly putting the mic back in the stand just before your act out. Keep your head up and your eyes on the audience while putting the mic in the stand. Okay. Keep your head up and your eyes on the audience while putting the mic in the stand. While putting the mic in the stand. This is also a small tip. Great. Hold the mic on the hand. Okay. See how to use the mic. 1. First decide which portions of your act you will do with the mic in the stand. And first decide. Okay. And when or if and when you are going to pull it out, or if you are going to pull it out. 2. Practice pulling the mic out of the stand. Hold the mic in one hand and put the stand behind you and put the stand behind you without taking your eyes off the audience. Okay, behind you. If your attention and focus go to the mic, you will lose their attention. Okay. You will lose their attention. Okay. Okay. Kept and then it's done. Okay. 3. Determine at which points you are going to need both hands for an act out. Practice smoothly putting the mic back in the stand just before your act out. Keep your head up and your eyes on the audience. Keep your head up and your eyes on the audience. Keep your head up and your eyes on the audience while putting the mic in the stand. Now let's go over bantering with the audience. #G. Okay, format, famous. Crowd work. Inserting space in your act or banter with the audience is a great way to connect with them. In most cases, audiences want and expect to be a part of the show, so be comfortable including them, and it's often an organic way to introduce a topic that segues into your pre-planned material, but it's critical to engage the audience without losing control of your show. Yeah, crowd work is an art form in itself, as evidenced by some of the great like Jimmy Brogan, Todd Badry, and Dean Lewis, who lists the do's and don'ts. Sorry, it's do's and don'ts and don'ts of audience participation as follows. Here are some tips on crowd work from comic Dean Lewis. 1. Go from a group to a table to a person. Audience members can be reluctant to talk, so ask a question or make a statement the whole audience can react to. Then look for a group that's responsive and family address one person in the group. This works because it immediately gets the whole room involved. Lets audience members enjoy seeing their friends on the spot. Can result in multiple people joining in on the fun. Can result in multiple people joining in on the fun. Example: this is going to be the best year ever for football. Wow, you all seem motivated. You sir, who are you rooting for this year? Who are you rooting for this year? The XX means the particular something. My team is this means XX means this something and blah blah, and then go into your pre-planned material, and then go into your pre-planned material on football, and then go into your pre-planned material on football. Suppose logo. To include local flavor. Before going on stage, research any shared experiences for this show's audience. Example: lousy traffic, bad weather, a local or big news story that's not tragic or political, a fad, a neighborhood, traditional, etc. etc. Wave the most universal experiences into your act for that night. Are there any groups in the audience, such as bachelorette parties, birthday parties, tour groups, or company parties? Groups can sometimes be loud and obnoxious, so a smart approach is to talk about not being in that group. Example: that's a bachelorette party here tonight. They hoot and holler. Hope you all have a good time, and let's give some love to the real heroes here tonight. Okay, those who have a sit next to them, act out someone sitting with folded arms and a bitter look on their face. Then add bachelorette party. Whoop it up, girls, because Lord knows it gets so much better after the first 20 years. 3. Use agreement when interacting with audience members. A well-known improv technique is when none of the performers can say No, they can only say yes sorry, say yes and instead of putting down anyone's response, agree and then build on it, and then build on it. Build on what the audience member says. Never engage in any arguments. Never engage in any arguments. Doing yes and with hecklers. One time an audience member called me a B. Okay, B. So I said yes. I said yes. I said yes, and that means counting out each. I said yes, and that means counting out each word on a finger. I am a PITCH. That means I am a babe in total control of herself. I got such a huge laugh. That means I am a babe in total control of herself. Oh my God. That means I am a babe in total control of herself. Oh my God. Wow. Listen up to sometime. It got such a huge laugh. I ended up making t-shirts with that phrase. Oh my God, that babe in total control of herself. Wow. That was nice. For always use open-ended questions. Avoid asking close-ended questions, which can be answered with a yes or no. Those are boring and don't extend the conversation. Ask questions requiring a fill-in-the-blank response and include personal feelings, opinions, or ideas. This technique provides more material to work with the provides more room to insert jokes you have already written. For example, close-ended. Are you two married? Open-ended. No rings? Why aren't you two married? If you have a lot of time, you can go for the open-ended. If you have little time, you can go with the close-ended. But that's what your work is, so go for open-ended. Okay. If that is not your work, then you can go for close-ended. Alright, 5. Always be polite and approachable. Yeah. If you are a jerk to audience members, no one will talk to you. Even worse, the audience will side with anyone you insult and turn against you. Nothing kills a performance faster than a crowd turning on you. Address people with respect and offer praise instead of criticism. Nobody likes an a-hole, and audiences must feel comfortable interacting with you. Being polite makes the room more relaxed. Perfect. Okay, 6. Make yourself the target. Self-deprecation is a no-fail. Use it to joke about your character defects. The audience laughs hardest when they identify with your issues. It's better to pick on yourself. It's better to pick on yourself rather than audience members. 7. Ask a question to get into your material. To make your material more organic, start off with a question. Let's say you are going to joke about your divorce. Ask a couple who looks affectionate how long they have been together. You can use what they say as a setup for going into your material. Yeah, I used I used to be as in love as you. Getting a divorce is scary, I know. And on then on to your material about your failed marriage. Okay, a question can create an easy seizure. A question makes the act seem more spontaneous. Spontaneous. Eight. Give recognition to those who deserve it. If an audience member makes a comment that gets a big laugh, celebrate it. They are doing the work, and you are still getting paid. Give them a moment to enjoy it. If someone deserves applause, let them have it. Recognition gets people excited and engaged. 9. Use the setting. Watch the audience before your performance and see what they are dealing with. Is there a stain or the curtain behind you? Was parking a nightmare? Dropping observational tidbits into your act is extremely effective in connecting with your audience. Shared experiences are relatable for everyone there. Observations make people think you are quick on your feet. 10. Build off the previous performer, but don't be a hack. Just as you can comment on shared experiences about the city, neighborhood, or venue you are in, you can also comment on the performers who appeared before you. I watched a show where comic actor Michael Rappaport, using a high energy delivery, talked about being Jewish. Mark Maron came on afterward, slowly pulled up a stool, eased himself down, and said, "Now for the low energy Jewish section of the show. You are getting both of the show. You are getting both ends of the Jewish spectrum tonight." Huge laugh, as everyone knew it was a true spontaneous moment. Building off someone else's act keeps positive momentum in the room. Always be kind, especially to fellow comedians. If the comic before you bombs, never put him or her never put him or her down. Secrets for overcoming the fear of spontaneity. No one knows if you fail. The audience has no idea you are trying to create a spontaneous moment unless you tell them. If you engage a person with a question or statement and it goes nowhere, just move on, run on. The moment will be quickly forgotten unless you dwell on it. You only get better at talking to audiences by talking to audiences. Okay. The biggest skill to master is learning how to quickly move on after hitting a dead end. Audiences are predictable. You will definitely see patterns in people's responses. After just a few shows, whenever I ask a husband what the secret is to a long marriage, the answer is always I say, yes dear, a lot, or I married my best friend. At corporate events, food stealing by co-workers, or microwaving something that stinks up. The break room are topics that come up a lot. Developing go-to responses to these types of predictable answers works well. So make sure you have a few, and similar to a knock joke, you can actually set up audience members so you can deliver a prescripted response. Have a plan instead of jumping in with no sense of direction. Ask leading questions that deliver snappy comebacks. You already have. The more you do this, the more laughs you will get. Perfection is not the goal. Be okay with not having a perfect riff. It's a huge step just talking to the audience and engaging them. Give yourself credit for each small step you take, and keep sight of the long range goal. Getting comfortable with spontaneity. If you can't be funny, be friendly. If you can connect with the audience, you have accomplished the hardest part. Sometimes just being friendly and likable is as good as being hilarious. Likability equal to more work. The biggest secret to connecting with the audience is to be an active listener. Relax, breathe, and listen. You can totally do this. As a matter of fact, let's commit to leaving room for spontaneity the next time you perform. Exercise 32: Crowd working and audience. Comedy Bible workbook. And go to Comedy Bible workbook, then my act, then see list. Okay. That is the Comedy Bible work. Okay, go to Comedy Bible workbook, then my act, then set list. After studying the various techniques on audience participation, mark a place in your set list where you will commit to improvising with the audience the next time you perform. First, determine if this particular audience is open to participating. Audiences form a personality, and some audiences, just like first dates, do not want to get involved. Have strong material to go into after you improvise. If you still feel uncomfortable winging it, take a improv class to practice. Yes, and techniques or join a Toastmasters group, which is another great way to learn improv. Now let's move on to handling audience members who get too involved. Hecklers. Crushing hecklers without ruining the show. What if I have hecklers? Fact, most novice comics are afraid of hecklers. They imagine a drunken stranger just waiting to humiliate them as they freeze on stage. The truth is, this rarely happens. Most audiences are too shy to speak up when asked a simple question, let alone shout insults at the comic. During the few times people have tried this while I was on stage, I have actually found it fun to take a break from doing my material and start riffing with them. When someone starts heckling, I say to myself, bring it on. I smell fresh meat. You have got to be stupid to heckle me. I am very equipped to win. Lewis Black. I am very equipped to win. Why you shouldn't be afraid of hecklers? You have got a mic and are louder than they are. Then they are drunk, and hopefully you are not. You should and have the audience on your side. Yes. 3 best ways to handle hecklers. Here are 3 approaches to dealing with hecklers. Okay. Yes. Public Pressure Power by Nitish Rajput. I learned from Mr. Vignesh Desha. Okay, 1. Ad lib a solution in the moment. 2. Have a few heckler controlling pre-planned responses. 3. Get them kicked out, but only if they are disruptive and annoying the rest of the room. Yeah. Every heckler is unique because they say something and you react to what they say or what they are wearing or what they are with. So every response to a heckle is unique. Sebastian Maniscalco. When a heckler's intent is ruining your show, signal the manager to throw them out. They understand it's not good business if one person ruins the show. If one person ruins the show for everyone. Ad-libbing with hecklers rules of play. When a comic improvises a zinger on a heckler, it creates excitement. with one well placed hit of wit bam, they are squashed. Nothing feels better than that. On the other hand, if you hit them too hard, the audience can turn on you. Just ask Michael Richards, aka Kramer, on Seinfeld, after a racist rant toward a heckler went viral. Here are some rules on how to handle hecklers from comic and stand-up coach Dean Lewis. Heckler rule number 1. You can ignore hecklers. Sometimes heckling can get out of hand, and if a comic responds to every single thing an audience member says, it can be irritating. You have a choice to ignore a heckler. Sometimes a heckler just wants attention, and one outburst is enough. Yes, it works 100%. Speak less than necessary. Let's say there was a fat guy heckling me. I would rip him to shreds, but I would never go for the obvious. Never talk about how he is fat or anything. Judah Friedlander. Heckler rule number 2. Never hit a heckler harder than they hit you. For example, if a heckler comments on your hair, snap back with something about their hair or lack thereof. If they disparage your outfit and you dial up your response by insulting their mother, and you may shut them up, but you will come off as a bully. This alienates the audience. I love hecklers. They remind you that you are a comedian. Dan Cook. Heckler rule number 3. Distinguish between a heckler and somebody who's just having a good time. Some people will respond to your material by laughing and talking back to you. They'll say things like, I heard that, or that's right, and so on. These are not hecklers. Calling them out is a mistake. The verbal audience member doesn't realize they are a pest. The verbal audience member doesn't realize they are a pest. Okay, pest control. What we have to know, pest. Okay. If you make a big deal out of it, two things are likely to happen. The outspoken party will feel you made them look foolish. Outspoken party. The audience may turn on you. They'll see you as a jerk for picking on a fellow audience member. Ad-lib techniques to crush hecklers. Ad-lib techniques. Let the heckler dig his own grave. Like politicians, hecklers don't need much help making themselves look stupid. Try simply repeating what they say, then commenting on it by applying an attitude and driving it to an act out. Embarrass the heckler by talking to the heckler's companion. If the heckler is with a friend or date, ask them to make the jerk shut up. The heckler may be trying to impress the companion, and if you make that person feel uncomfortable, the heckler will probably shut up. To the woman, say, you must now be rethinking using Tinder. Am I right? To the man, say, sir, it's time for her medication. It's time for her medication. Okay, get the audience on your side. If a heckler persists in challenging you, try getting the audience to shut them up for you. Ask them if the person is bothering you. Ask them if the person is bothering them. When they respond with a loud yes or by applauding, the hecklers usually so embarrassed they'll knock it off. Once at the Riviera in Vegas, a woman stood up in the middle of my show and said, "I've never been so insulted. If you don't apologize, I'll never come back here again." I replied, "Well, first of all, I'm not going to apologize. And second of all, I hear Harraz is very nice. And second of all, I hear Harraz is very nice." Michael Paul. Phrase a retort in the form of a question. The reason for this is twofold. A. Asking a question causes the heckler to stop and think of an answer. This breaks his or her rhythm, and the pause gives you a chance to think of another comeback. Make fun of how slow he or she is in responding or answer the question for the heckler in a funny way. In other words, take back control of the situation. Yeah. Okay. B. Phrase the comeback as a yes or no question because that's a no win for the heckler. No matter the response, they'll sound foolish. For example, "Sir, does it bother you knowing that your mother is also your sister?" Sister. No matter what response the heckler gives, it will sound stupid. The heckler will see a no-win situation and most likely won't even answer. True. 9:30. Slow down and torment. Come on. Slow down and torment the heckler. When a heckler interrupts the show, you don't have to go for a zinger right away. British comic Jimmy Carr turns destroying hecklers into a work of art as he plays with them like a fish on the line. For example, male heckler. When does the comedy start? Carr. It's a classic heckler, right? What's your name, sir? Male. Rack. Carr. Like shoe rack. Carr. Like shoe rack. You are called rack. Like shoe rack. Like shoe rack? You are called rack. You are called rack? Where are you, rack? Up there or down there? If you don't think the comedy has started, you are right, because it's a very individual thing, isn't it? And If the show is not for you, it's not for you. And if the show is not for you, it's not for you. But I suppose, Rak, you have learned a valuable lesson. You have learned life is not fair. Life is not fair. You pay your money, you take your chance. Sometimes it's a good show, sometimes it's not for you. But I'll give you another example, Rak. So you haven't had a wasted evening. At least you have learned something. Another example, Rak. Another example, Rak, of how unfair our society is. Let's say if a man, you or I, sir, let's say if a man sleeps with loads and loads of women, what is he? He is a stud. He is a player, and he is admired in our society. That isn't an opinion, that's fact. If a man sleeps with loads of women, he is a stud, he is a player, he is admired. But if a woman sleeps with loads and loads of men, she is called Rak's mom. Bam. Okay, Hitler. Okay. Loads of men. She is called Rak's mom. Bam. Rak's mom. Don't encourage heckling. Don't encourage heckling. Jimmy Carr. There is a car in British opera, and great answer. Don't encourage heckling. If you have a rowdy audience, don't encourage heckling. You can, however, involve them in your set by asking simple yes or no questions. This is a fun way to involve the audience in your act without encouraging them to yell out individual thoughts. For instance, anybody watch the Super Bowl? Elicits. Elicits a simple yes answer, and then it's right back to you. Nothing. If you are too scared to be in the moment with a heckler, have a planned heckler comebacks. Many beginning comics lack the confidence to ad-lib a retort, so it can be handy to have some candid responses on hand. It can come off as a little hacky. You don't really get taste out of it, I'm telling you. Okay, a little hacky, but it gets the job done until you gain enough confidence to riff comebacks on the spot. Don't use clutch put downs like, see what happens when the fetus doesn't get enough oxygen. Or you are two tacos short of a combo plate. It should go without saying that when bashing the heckler, don't use racial, ethnic, gay, or any other kind of discriminatory put downs. Male comics don't bash a female heckler with stereotypes, even if she is sloppy drunk. Don't bash her. Dumb as a rock. And has more facial hair than you do. It will only make you look bad, not her. Your heckler might be mean, but you need to be clever. Yes, man, you are doing. That's how you did. Okay. Okay, that's great, man. That's great inspiration. People are crazy about me. They love me a lot. They are very, very inspired by me. Come on. It's actually because of my gurus, teachers. I'm because of my teachers, my gurus. No, 5 teachers: Mr. Tony Robinson, Mr. Sandeep Maheshwar sir, Mr. Stephen James, Project Life Mastery sir, Mrs. Tatiana James ma'am, and Mr. Howard Berg sir, world's fastest learner. That's great. I love that. I love them. Because of them, I became whatever I am today. Yes, I've accomplished my goal in time. Never steal another comic's lines. Yeah, always visualize, imagine good images, your success images, future success images. Okay, and live with that. See it, feel it, believe in it. See it, feel it, believe in it, and work for that. Never steal another comic's lines, whether you find them in this book, on the internet, or on stage. Word gets around quickly about comics who steal. Ad lib your response in the moment. Examples of excellent comebacks to hecklers: Arthur Smith. Look, it's all right to donate your brain to science, but shouldn't you have waited till you died? Rodney Dangerfield. Hey buddy, you ought to save your breath. You'll need it later to blow up your inflatable date. Russell Kane. Why don't you go into the corner and finishing evolving? That is great, Russell Kane. Why don't you go into the corner and finishing evolving? And finish evolving. Go and evolve. Jasper Carrot. Sit back in your chair and I'll plug it in. Linda Smith. In response to calls of get your teas out. Why is it time for your feeding? Amy Schumer. What's that? You want to know where I got my boots? You want to know where I got my boots? They're from. You can't afford them. And stop talking to me. Billy Connolly. Did your mother never tell you not to drink on an empty head? Bo Burnham, mimicking the thoughts of the heckler. What I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to heckle an 18-year-old kid who's following his effing dreams. Shazia Mirza. All men are pigs. No. Okay. All men are pigs. Especially you, son. Unfortunately, I can't eat pork. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is what you were talking about. Okay, you were talking about. Okay, I hate pork. It's a very dirty animal. Oh my gosh. 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 God bless you. Have a healthy, happy life forever with passion. Yeah. Okay, Frank Skinner. I avoid pork. It's pretty dirty animal. Okay, Frank Skinner to a heckle who said, "I met you at medical school." Ah, yes, you were the one in the jar. Frank Skinner to a heckler who said, "I met you at medical school. I met you at medical school." I met you at medical school. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. You were the one in the jar. Now do a practice heckler. Now do a practice heckler comeback exercise with your comedy buddy. Exercise 33, heckler preparedness. Comedy Bible. Go to Comedy Bible workbook. Then exercise. Exercise 33, heckler comebacks. Comedy buddy exercise. Practice your act while your comedy buddy heckles you. Rather than going for a canned response, engage your buddy / heckler in a dialogue following this format. 1. Repeat the heckle so the entire audience has heard the heckle. 2. Ask the heckler a question. This will give you some time to play with a response. 3. Respond with something funny. See if you can come up with 5 original comebacks. Got any good ones? Add them to your Comedy Bible workbook. Add them to your Comedy Bible workbook. Okay. That's what hard work, and then purple cow, and then that needs to be understand. Okay, and that is actually obviously valuable, innovative. That is consistent improvement. Final performance tips. Comedy timing. Okay, comedy timing cannot be taught in a book. It's foolish to even try. Timing is something you acquire after a lot of stage time. Yes. So when something appears and quickly connect to that thing and quickly makes something laughable, fun, and the word around that quickly. after a lot of stage time. Instead, it's a discuss leaving time for the audience to laugh. Drugs, alcohol, and comedy. Performing under the influence is known to mess up timing and a comic's connection to the audience. I have seen comics so messed up that they said joke twice to an audience. Okay, that was me. Many comics many comics many comics do get high when creating material, but I agree with Lily Tomlin. I agree with Lily Tomlin, who said the best mind altering drug is the truth. The fact is the fact, and it's a good fact. Will change. That's why I'm talking about that. So, let's listen the fact. Now that you are ready to perform, oh yes, you are. I need to go from head to heart to P parts. Okay, because these three are important. And when legs come in, that I think about massage, which is important for health, for everybody, or for every parts of the body. So for different type of thoughts. Now come back to the topic. Now that you are ready to perform, oh yes you are. It's critical to know when you leave room for the laughs. That means after delivering a joke you wait. Actors say they fear stand-up because they don't want to be on stage alone. The thing is when doing stand-up you are never alone. Stand-up is inherently a dialogue. The comic says some. The comic says something and the audience reacts. But if the comic steps on that reaction, that is spontaneous. If it will happen, people will, oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God. Okay, I can do this. Suddenly we go, oh come on, make a challenge. If you will, the person will win, will get $200,000. Yeah, the rock is spontaneous. It will be a recordable moment, and oh my God, that could be done. Yes, come on, it can be done. Yeah, and it's a different thing that an Indian guy is mocking off Americans, and it's actually capability that this with this. Okay, let's come on with this quality, because it's very very similar. How even you do? It's about solution, making better than before. Okay, working on hard, purple, consistent improvement. Okay, yeah, innovative, new, but on better than before topic by any field. They don't leave time for the audience to laugh. The audience not only misses the beginning of the next joke, they become disengaged. They become disengaged. So set up your joke, pay it off, and then wait. This is the moment you receive feedback from the audience. This is also where you do the tag, a repeat of the attitude by nodding your head and asking, yep, it's weird, right? It's imperative for you to milk that moment while looking at the audience. If you drop your head to look at your set list, you will immediately disconnect from the audience. Okay, yeah, it's like that you are making eye contact. Okay, you are like, it's okay, it's like it's a very quality moment with your partner, and you are looking into her eyes or his eyes, and some great communication is going through eyes, and when you drop eyes, everything lost. So it's like that. So eye contact is very important. It means it's very important, man. Come on. Yes, I am always there. Okay. Take in the laughter, the boos, and sometimes boo, great, cheers, and sometimes cheers is okay. Cheers is okay. Great. Boos, and sometimes even the lack of a reaction. Yes, the feedback from the audience may not be what you want to expect, what you want or expect, right? But you must stay in the reality of the situation. This is the only way to respond organically. So what's happening between you and this audience? A joke might not get the laugh you expect, but what you do with the moment after that might create magic. Yes, when testing jokes in front of an audience, I talk very quietly in a monotone voice where there is almost zero performance in there to see if the material holds up. If the crowd laughs despite my dull delivery, then I know the joke is really good. From Ali Wong's essay collection, Dear Girls. Comedy, timing and value. Tips on getting the audience to laugh even if your material isn't that funny. By saying the laugh line louder, especially during act outs, chances are you'll get a laugh. The shift in volume just by itself is funny. That means slow setup equals to fast payoff. Soft setup equals to loud payoff. Subtle setup equals to exaggerated payoff. Loud equals to confident. I was hired to do punch up work for a Disney sitcom by TV producer and former student Rob Lotterstein. Punch up is when a group of writers sit around a table pitching way to make the script funnier. I was nervous about pitching with seasoned comedy writers, but a friend provided great advice. Even if you have no confidence about the material you are pitching, do it louder. Even if it sucks. You will look confident. Timing your set. When it comes global talk, he's come back, or global rock, he's come back. Okay, when it comes to how much time you spend on stage, set length is critical. If you are scheduled to do a 5-minute set and it's going so well, you do 10 minutes. You might be asked back to the you might not be asked back to that club. That's because you have ruined the timing for the rest of the evening's comics. Keep to your time. Most clubs have a red light alerting the comic when there is no minute left. This may vary from club to club, even though you have timed your act at home. With crowd work and a lot of laughs, then length of your act will change. Oh my God! Come on, man. Act will change. It's in itself. Okay. Yeah. No. How normal guy can read then? Huh? It doesn't need. Whenever you have gotten the time, just read. Go. Act will change. So know how long your last bit is, and make sure you can seize you to your last joke from any place in your set. Don't end your set with that's my time. That's a good joke to say at the end of your life, but at the end of a stand-up set, it's a glitch and hacky. Always make sure the audience knows your set has ended. A simple thank you, yeah, great, is fine, and thank you very much is also fine. And as we have learned, a callback always kills. If you go over your time when performing at a comedy club, you might not be asked back. Okay, over time. Even if you kill, because you are ruining, because you are spreading a little bit, you can do. So let's do a final rehearsal so you can time your act. Yeah, and in time, if in time and you kill, it's great. Kill means you perform very well. Okay, exercise 34. Coming in on time. Comedy buddy exercise. Practice timing your set. Understand the timing in your rehearsal will be every different in a club setting due to laughs and audience interaction. Rehearse segues to your last bit from different sections in your act. Now go out and do your gig. You are ready. When you are done, let's review and find areas for improvement. Don't forget to record your set. Okay, 5 minutes break. Reviewing and rewriting your act. One of the hardest part of being a performer is listening to a recording of your act. Many comics have a hard time listening to their voice, but after doing it a lot, it will become second nature. I went backstage to say hi to stand-up star and former student Maz Zabroni. After his set at the Comedy Store, he had just come off stage a few minutes before and was already listening to his recording and taking notes. Okay, Sridhar. Okay, yeah. She is with me. That's a weird thing. He told me that he had another show in a few hours and was making changes, preparing to do a new 1 hour special in a month. Seasoned pros, seasoned pros know that all jokes can be better, with shorter setups, extended act outs, and adding mixes. The first step is to listen to the recording of your act to find out how you did. Let's go over the recording of your thank you mummy, of your set and mathematically figure out how you did using the LPM, laugh per minute formula. Exercise 35, act review. Wow. Act review, calculating your laugh score. Comedy Bible, go to Comedy Bible, then go to Comedy Bible workbook, then my app, then Comedy Bible workbook, then set lists. As it's hard to be objective about how your set went, here is a proven method to answer the question, how did I do? Listen to the recording of your act with your set list in front of you. Right next to next to each joke a number from 0 to 5, using this as a reference. 5. Laugh and applause. Killer means great. Best, good, better, best, bestest. And 4. Laughs and smattering of applause. Good means great. 3 equals to strong laughs, no applause. Good. 2. Smattering of laughs. Okay. 5 times okay. 1. A few giggles. Okay. 1 time okay. 0. No laughs. Inneko. Improvement needed condition. Yeah. Then it's not okay. It's only O. Okay. Add up the total number and divide by your stage time. That provides your LPM, laughs per minute. Score. 1. Add up your total laughter points. 2. Minutes on stage. 3. Divide line. 1 by line. Okay. 1 by line 2. 1 by line 2 and enter your LPM. If your total 12 to 20 equals to take a bow. Rockstar. Keep at it and you will soon be making the big bucks. 9 to 12 equals to nice job. You are ready to progress to paid gigs, but you may want to think about shortening your setups. 6 to 9 equals to not bad. Practice with your comedy buddy some more to raise those numbers next time. Below 6 equals to, are you sure your jokes are in proper stand-up? Thank you, Papaji. Jokes are in proper stand-up structure. Are your topics authentic? Did you do your set high? Did you do your set high? You might want to get rid of some clunkers and rewrite others. Exercise 36. Act review. Rewriting your act. Comedy Babble workbook. Go to Comedy Babble workbook, then My Act. Oh, folder. Or if you are with Buddy, then go to Comedy Babble workbook, set lists. Okay. Review the jokes. Review the jokes that got LPM, laughs per minute, score of 1 or 2, and rewrite your jokes in your My Act folder by answering these questions. 1. Was there a logic disconnect? Was there a logic disconnect? We have all heard a joke and thought, I don't get it. Being perplexed is the opposite of being entertained. Audiences need to get what you are saying. For the jokes that didn't get a laugh, look at every word in your setup and make sure none are vague, have double meanings, are in the wrong order, hard to follow, or contain references that are too obscure for a particular room. 2. Do you have a poorly written setup? Sometimes we are passionate about a topic, but the joke doesn't work. Don't throw away a joke that didn't get a laugh. If you like the topic, try setting it up differently, with a different attitude, or with a clearer premise. Better yet, make sure you actually have a premise. If so, next time try performing it with more attitude. You know why? If you cannot be able to make the world record, don't you read? Hey, reading is important. Okay? If you are reading, you are doing great. Because after reading, you are getting good mind, good knowledge, and with that knowledge, you will apply, you will use this knowledge in your life, real life, and you will change your life into happy life, into good life, into healthy life, into great life, into wealthy life forever. Okay. 3. Did the joke have an act out or a turn? Forgetting to put in the funny part of the joke guarantees you won't get a laugh. Focus on where people were supposed to laugh and add an act out or a turn at that point. 4. Were your turns / premises too predictable? People laugh when they don't see it coming. Did you do something unexpected with the act out or the turn? If not, try taking the joke in another direction, or redo the setup to make it less obvious where you are going with the punchline. Where you are going with the punchline. तो ये लग जा तो करना बनता है ना. Yes. 5. Could people hear your joke? If audience members ask their friends, what did she say? Then they aren't laughing. This is a simple fix. Speak up. Okay? Speak up. Speak up. 6. Was your material inauthentic? You wrote great jokes for someone else, meaning you are not comfortable delivering your own material. Write material that comes from your truths and your authentic feelings about the topics. 7. Did you have story setups rather than premises? Stories do not get as high an LPM, laughs per minute. Score as stand-up material. Don't you think I am because of fame? That's right. Institutions making them their performance rate these books. That's great. That's what they are doing great. Right? That is smartness. Okay. If you are getting a laugh at the end of a long story, you can get more laughs by breaking the story up into stand-up comedy format. You are telling stories when you are often saying things like, and then. 8. Was there a clear attitude you held throughout the joke? Get back in touch with the emotion of your joke, hard, weird, scary or stupid. Fully committing to the emotion of your joke keeps both you and the audience engaged. The audience engaged. 9. Did you step on your laughs? If you don't leave room for the audience to laugh, they'll stop laughing. Stand-up isn't a monologue. It's a conversation where you talk and the audience reacts. To learn how to milk laughs, see the chapter on tags, CGUs, and getting laughs in between jokes. 10. Were you having an off night? We have all had bad nights when we are just off. We are disconnected, distracted, or for some reason not present. Sometimes we are bored doing the same material over and over again and no longer picture what we are talking about. And if we aren't into what we are saying, the audience won't be either. Solution: write something new. 11. Was it your second time performing them as material? Okay, 11. Was it your second time performing the same material? Something magical happens when performing material for the first time because you don't know yet where the laughs will come. Each occurrence is a surprise, and because you are performing the material for the first time, chances are you are into it visually and emotionally. The second time you perform, rather than being present, you are anticipating the laughs. When new comics start going for the laughs and neglect trying to communicate something real to the audience, that subtle shift, that subtle SUBTLE, B is silent. Why they kept it? It's okay. Subtle shift is deadly. Picture what you perform. What was it your second time performing the same material? Okay. Picture what you perform. 12. Right material, wrong audience. And finally, the reason your jokes about your colorful S life didn't get a laugh might be because half the audience was a conservative church choir. Perhaps you don't need to change your material. Just where you perform. That's why it's always a great idea to try material out on different audiences. Oh my god, before tossing anything out. This is a purple cow, and that's a good reason behind that. Oh my god. So rewrite your material and try it again and try it again with a new audience. Don't toss a joke out. Don't toss a joke out because it didn't work once. Rewrite, perform, and repeat. Hey man, if you bombed, you will want to read the next section. If you bombed, you will want to read the next section. Okay. #G. Bouncing back after bombing. It's a great juice of bit. If I can flip it a little bit, you can see. And this is provided from my mom, dad, from my brother's money investment, and it's a great thing they are taking care of me as well. And yeah, I have some saved money by which I'm paying from my side as well. The thing is, it's very great that people support if you do great thing. Your family, others' family, okay, everybody will support you. Good man, bad man, good woman, bad woman, everyone will support you. Because everyone wants prosperity, everyone wants good thing, everyone wants a better life for themselves and for others. Why not? For everyone in the world and forever. Let's have a drink live. It's good. It's healthy. Beet juice. Okay, using mixer you can make. Easy to make and very, very healthy. Okay, start. Okay, bouncing back after bombing. Is there any way to prevent bombing? It feels as if my entire act was toast. Bombing happens. Even after many years of performing, it's still true that new material always comes with a risk of failure, and old material gets old. It's the comics conundrum. The more you do stuff, the better you get at dealing with how you still fail at it. Okay, still fail at it a lot of the time. John Mulaney. Can you relate to this feeling? I feel sweat coming out of every pore. I see one by one people's eyes glazing over and they they are crossing their arms and legs. Is it natural calling? Or is it me? Probably me. I get louder, my voice gets higher, I go faster and faster, feeling as if I'm an auctioneer, feeling as if I am an auctioneer on the Titanic. I pick out a couple in the front row and talk to them. This doesn't work. The audience is pulling further and further away from me, slip, slipping, slipping though my fingers at. I desperately try to grab their attention, but I keep coming up empty-handed, and as I leave the stage, the MC doesn't means host doesn't meet my eyes. My both my both. No, it's a train wreck. It feels as if someone died, but there is nobody. But there is nobody. Oh, sorry. But There's nobody. Nobody or nobody. It's nobody right there, man. No is separated and body is separated. Okay, bombing is most often the result of that's a no. Okay, that's nobody. There is nobody. Nobody. Bombing is most often the result of the comic being disconnected from the audience, and it feels horrible for everyone. We all know why bad comics bomb, but why do good comics bomb too? Here is why bombing is an essential part of being good. If you aren't bombing, that means you are not trying out new material. Yes, okay, to make it more improved or innovative. Okay, material. Watch Jerry Seinfeld try out new jokes and bomb in the documentary. I'm telling you, for the last time, it will show you that every comic bombs, and that gives you hope. If you don't take risks, you won't be good. Conversely, if you take risks, you will bomb some of the time. Here are some tips on minimizing your chances of bombing even with fresh material. Bombing fix. Okay. Number 1. Take charge of the room's layout. When performing in the traditional comedy club, the physical layout of the room is something you don't have to worry about. Clubs are designed to give comics optimal chances of getting laughs, with a bright spotlight on the comic focusing the audience's attention, low ceilings, so audience laughter reverberates. Laughter reverberates throughout the room. Seating that's close to the comic, facilitating a connection. On the other hand, comics are often asked to perform in venues that are not so conducive to stand-up. These include multi-purpose / meeting rooms, golf course, clubhouses, hotel conference rooms, or on a revolving stage. Bomb alert. Okay, circling the drain. Someone once had the brilliant idea that a revolving stage in a dinner theater would be a great place for a comedy show, and I was a beneficiary of their ingenuity. That meant setting up a joke to one section of the audience and delivering the punchline to a different group of people on the other side of the room. Virtually everyone was on board. And what did she say? Okay, train Small wonder I bombed that night. A connection with the audience is essential. No eye contact with the audience. No eye contact with the audience equals to no laughs. Yes, I told you. No laughs. Establishing and maintaining a connection is impossible if the room lacks a dis- discernible stage is noisy or has intermittent visual distractions. It's up to you to identify and try to remedy as many impediments as possible prior to going on. Once I got booked once I got booked to do a corporate gig and discovered that they wanted me to perform in the lobby of a Hyatt hotel. During the sound check, I noticed there were no chairs. They wanted me to do my little act standing on the floor by the margarita machine while audience members wandered drunkenly around me. I told the booker, "That's not gonna work." She replied, "Well, it worked for last year's act." Well, it worked for last year's act. Oh, oh, and who was that? A mariachi band. Okay. Rather than explaining my chairs and a stage were necessary for comedy, I simply took matter into my own hands. I called up the hotel manager and asked for 50 chairs. I helped set them up and personally paid for a 4 foot by 8 foot platform. Yes, some of my jokes were drowned out by the margarita blender, which I mixed into the act, but I avoided what would have inevitably been a complete bomb. Moral: it's your job to take ownership of your act and do everything you can to make it a success, especially when the space you are given is a recipe for failure. Okay, so make it a success. Got it. Always be proactive. Yeah, always be proactive and arrange a sound check before you go on. Usually not necessary if it's comedy club. Make sure your audience is able to see you. Make sure your audience is close to the stage. Oh my gosh, that's good. Able to see you. Make sure your audience is close to the stage. Make sure the lights will be pointed in your direction. I have actually gotten a ladder and a broom to adjust the stage lights toward me rather than the floor, rather than flower display, rather than the flower display. Make sure you will be heard clearly in the back of the room. My contract states the audience must be seated within 3 feet of the stage. I have had too many gigs where a huge dance floor separates the audience from the stage, or as comics call it, the valley of dead laughs. Okay, that space. the valley of dead laughs. Take charge of the room to give your material a chance. However, sometimes it's not a matter of the room but rather the people in it. Bombing fix number 2. Match your act to the audience. You have undoubtedly heard you can't please all the people all the time. Same goes for comedy. You can't make everyone laugh every time. Of course, when you gain a following, you'll naturally attract the right audience. When you gain the following, yes. But what do you do when starting out and you are stuck with an audience that's not right for your material? Here are some examples of right material, wrong audience. Age. 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 Those menopause jokes are going to flame out with a college audience. Oh, those menopause jokes are going to flame out with a college audience. Politics, politically progressive jokes will bomb if playing to a conservative group, and those gay bashing jokes will not work well anyway. Region. Oi, Jewish jokes in Arkansas will land in the Dead Sea of silence. Gender. Your male bashing jokes could get you bashed at a biker bar. Language dropping. The F bomb will bomb at the Baptist comedy nights. Okay, gender. Your male bashing jokes could get you bashed at a biker bar. Language. Never do this. Okay. What happened? Actual material. There will be no big O of laughter at a kid's birthday party. So, what do I do when the audience doesn't match my material? It's simple, get more material so you can adapt. Okay, it's simple, get more material so you can adapt your material to match the audience. As you write more material. Okay, as you write more material, you will build a database of jokes you can pull out for specific audiences. Most comics have college material, women's material, clean jokes for church jokes, and S jokes for late night Duncan audiences. Keep creating and rehearsing different set lists for different audiences before you go on stage. Before you go on stage, do something. Recognize. Oh my god, I was sleeping. Researching the club's social media to gauge the demographic of a typical night, asking the club manager ahead of time or at least when you arrive if there are any large groups in the audience and if the clubs attracts a certain type of club attracts a certain type of customer. Read online reviews to see who people didn't like, and why. Ask comics who have made more. Okay, come on. Okay, religion. Oh, Jewish jokes in Arkansas will land in the Dead Sea of Silence. Okay, gender. Your male bashing jokes could get you bashed at a biker bar. Language, dropping the F-bomb. Okay. Which can interest people. You can make something out of that. So it's a different ballgame altogether. But at the end, the person. Yep. So that's no. Okay. Language dropping the F-bomb will bomb at the Baptist comedy night. Sexual material. There will be no big O of laughter at a kid's. No big O. Laughter at a kid's birthday party. So what do I do when the audience doesn't match my material? It's simple. Get more material so you can adapt your material to match the audience as you write more material. You will build a database of jokes you can pull out for specific audiences. Most comics have college material, women's material, squacky clean jokes. Okay, squacky clean jokes for church groups and SS jokes for late night drunken audiences. Keep creating and refreshing different set lists for different audiences. Before you go on stage, do some reconnaissance on the audience, such as researching the club's social media to gauge the demographic of a typical night, asking the club manager ahead of time or at least when you arrive if there are any large groups in the audience and if the club attracts a certain type of customer. Okay, read online reviews to see who people liked, didn't like, and people liked and didn't like. Oh, sorry, people liked and didn't like, or liked, and why. Then ask comics who have played there. Bombing fix number 3. Deal with deal with your deal with your spot in the lineup. Deal with your spot in the lineup. The lineup. Even if you are the second coming of comedy, things could get rough if you are in front of an audience that's worn out. That's worn out from a long evening in a completely different mindset. Or would prefer to be somewhere else, or would prefer to be somewhere else. Yeah, it's a great. That's great. The solution to being in the wrong place in a lineup is to have patience, call the situation by reacting with empathy and humor. If they are tired, meet them there. Ass kicking. I'm so sorry. No. A kicking. Okay. Meet them there, as it were, and then revive them with some high energy humor. If you feel they are preoccupied with something annoying in the environment, such as lousy air conditioning, work that distraction into your set. In short, use the problem to fix the problem. Oh wow. Bombing fix #4 means number 4. Be there. It can't be said enough. Show up and be present. It's magical when someone who's never performed before takes the stage and blows the roof off the place. Many times, however, that same person bombs their second time up. The region in a trap called stuck in time. The second time, some of my star students, wow. My star students perform, they expect the exact same reaction they got the first time. By the way, you are actually behaving like my leader. First time, when they don't get a laugh in the same spot as the time before, they are completely thrown off. This happens because they are not present with the audience who are right in front of them. When you say something in expectation of a reaction, it alters your connection with the audience. One of the most important skills for performing stand-up is giving each audience the feeling you are saying the material for the first time. To create that connection, picture in your mind what worldwide to mind, okay, in your mind what you are talking about every time you say it. This subtle shift can be the difference between getting laughs instead of blank stares. Okay, I have to visualize my jokes live. My jokes feel the audience because every audience is different, and it's like having a different dancing partner every night. Oh my gosh. Retired bombing fix number 5. Go with the venue style. Like it or not, people expect a certain kind of performance when deciding where to go for an evening of comedy. With that in mind, you will most likely bomb when most likely bomb when telling stories, reciting line. Okay. Most likely bomb when telling stories, reciting limericks, or signing a cappella in a comedy club. So, a prize money of challenge of $100 trillion or $1,000 trillion or $250,000 trillion. Fake money. There will the real money that will be less than, obviously. Okay, also a rhythm will be set by the comics who have gone on before you. If you do something wildly outside the audience's expectations, you won't get the reaction you want. I'm not saying you shouldn't take chances. Just know you stand a better chance when fitting your act into the format of the venue. How to rebound from a disaster. So what can I do next time I'm on stage and bombing? Here are some tips on recovering on the spot to avoid disaster. Use your body to get laughs. Use your body to get laughs. When things on stage aren't going well, many inexperienced comics start pacing. Although physicality is a powerful way to connect with an audience, pacing is not the right way. Stick to it and stick to this rule. Remain still on the setup and then move your body when acting out a character. So, the philanthropy of Mr. Jimmy Brother. 4 kids. 4 kids. For me, 4 girls. Of the whole world. First of India, USA, then Africa, then why not? Yeah, because my concept is that any country. Okay, out a character this way. If audience isn't into you, you will get into your act out and break through to them. You can also use gestures to orchestrate an audience into laughing when you deliver a laugh line. That's why I called. And deliver a laugh line. Say it louder. Take a beat and punch out. That's why I called. PT number 1. Your your hands your hands to the audience while nodding and nodding your head and holding on to the attitude, and it's the sign that it's going to be everyone is PT number 1, and it's as if you are saying forever. Isn't that hard, weird, hard, scary, or stupid? It's good. Okay, workable. In my workshops, students prosperous all forever. Do this speaking only gibberish, and so again it is brother, because use your body to get laughs. Yeah, when things on stage aren't going well, many inexperienced comics start pacing. Although physicality is a powerful way to connect with an audience, pacing is not the right way. Stick to this rule. Remain still on the setup and then move your body when acting out a character. This way, if the audience isn't into you, you'll get into your act out and break through to them. You can also use gestures to orchestrate an audience into laughing. When you deliver a laugh line, say it louder. Take a beat and punch out your hands to the audience while nodding your head and nodding onto the attitude. It's as if you are saying, isn't that hard, weird, hard, scary, or stupid? In my workshop, students do this speaking only gibberish, and they still get people to laugh. Just remember to keep your head up during the punchline. If you look down, you will cut off the laugh. For my first show at SNL, I wrote a Bill Clinton sketch, and during our read through, it wasn't getting any laughs. This weight of embarrassment came over me, and I felt like I was sweating from my spine out. But I realized, okay, that happened, and I did not die. You have got to experience failure to understand that you can survive it. Tina Fey. And with this, gotten, made great forever. Okay, use your savers. But what happens if I don't get a laugh? Not getting a laugh is another opportunity for a tag. Comment on the fact that the audience didn't relate to what you said. Then pull a laugh out of the truth of the moment. That joke worked much better in my head when I was imagining an audience of entitled millennials. Just as you previously wrote savers for forgetting your material, stockpile some savers for when the audience doesn't laugh at a joke you were expecting would kill. New comics generally write and memorize these lines ahead of time, while more experienced comics like to improvise them in the moment. Some pros don't believe in commenting when a joke doesn't work. They just accept that they are bombing, figure out later what happened, then rework specific jokes. Jokes had a bad set. Had a bad set. Had a bad set. Had a bad set. Okay. Okay, had a bad set. Go home and write. Had a great set. Go home and write. Few things can offset the feelings of helplessness in show business than engaging in one of the few things over which you have total control. Gary Gulman. In your savers, admit you are bombing and have funny saving line such as I should have known when I read my horoscope today and it said don't leave the house. More examples from professional comics. Let me just say this. You get one shot at life and I'm blowing it. Judah Rosenstein. Comic Tim Wilson used to say, well, I just threw that one in tonight and I guess I'll be throwing it out later. Yeah, greater cannot be do ordinary things. They have to do greater things, and ordinary cannot be able to do greater things. That's what they have. So ordinary can do greatly, perform very greatly in ordinary things than greater person, and greater person can perform greatly in greater things. Oh God. More newly, okay, new, exciting, usefully, yes. Okay, God, thank you God. This is the part of the show where I invite people from the audience to come up on stage and save me any first responders. Sybil Edelman Sage. When bad habit happens, thank you God. Good happens, thank you God. Mood off, thank you God. Mood great, thank you God. Keep improving. This is the part of the show where I invite people from the audience to come up on stage and save me any first responders. Sybil Edelman Sage. I have many jobs. Okay. I have many jobs. I have Mr. Steve jobs. Okay. One night I do a comedy show. Although one night clearly Michael Paul, part of Steve Martin's persona, was his unwavering belief. He was extremely talented. If the audience didn't get it, he would act like the joke was brilliant and they were just not smart enough to realize it. It worked. Admit or ignore. You are bombing. Admit or ignore. You are bombing. Admit or ignore. You are bombing. Oh, I'll never forget a gig where I was bombing so badly that people turned their chairs so they were facing away from the stage, and I went from joke to joke, and nothing. I went into another joke. You know when you are not yourself. Okay, you know when you are not yourself. And rather than going into my highly practiced routine, I said like I am right now. The truth of that statement was like I am right now. Like I am right now. The truth of that statement was so powerful and honest that I burst into tears on stage. Everyone stopped talking as I sputtered sputtered out the truth in between sobs. I don't know what's wrong tonight. I'm trying so hard, and people turn their chairs to face the stage. I thought you would laugh. But no. People started to laugh. Someone handed me their cocktail napkin to wipe my eyes. Maybe my grandmother was right. I should have been a bank teller. More laughs, and everything I said from this point on was landing. I closed to a standing ovation. I was. Then I realized that connecting to an audience means first connecting to myself, then admitting the truth of the situation. Now let's write some bombing savers. Exercise 37, bombing savers. Comedy Babble. Okay, go to Comedy Babble, the workbook, then exercises, then exercise 37, bombing savers. In exercise 6, I asked you to create some savers for when and if you forget your act. Here we are going to create a document called bombing savers and write at least 5 savers to use when the room gets quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I forgot. Look through all the bombing suggestions and pick your favorites to do next time you are tanking. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Congratulations, you have enough material for several short sets. The only way to truly know if your material works is performing it in front of a live audience. Record it, review it, rewrite it, repeat. Want to get paid to do comedy? You need a lot of material. Let's develop your 60-minute sets. Thank you, Mummy. Thank you very much. Want to get paid to do comedy? You need a lot of material. Let's develop your 60-minute set.
अरे इतना पी लेगा रे, पेट ठंडा रहेगा। और क्या, चाय बनाने लगा तो खा पी।
Thank you. Part 4. 8 more comedy writing prompts to create an hour pro stand-up material. The more you write, the more material you will develop, which will increase your chances of getting paid gigs. After all, if you can sustain consistent laughs for an hour, that means you are a headliner, and headliners get TV comedy specials, tours, and stalkers. This section contains 8 exercises to help generate new material including the self-mocking formula, half and half mashups, dialogue jokes, comparison jokes, political comedy and current events, doing impressions without sounding hack, observational humor, riffing new material on stage. Invest time in trying out these exercises and your polished joke folder will expand. Polished joke folder will expand, hopefully to the point where you will need a larger hard drive. A 1 hour stand-up show is approximately 6,500 words, so let's get busy starting with a new possible opening for your show. And after all the stuff, then I can read easily all over the worlds, all over the countries of women empowerment and